That sounded good to me.
Yeah.
One, one, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, Stu, you finished the vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's check out what we got here. We got a couple different tracks here to work with. We've got rhythm guitar.
Check.
And we've got drums.
Mm-hmm.
You also got a piano on here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's right, there's no bass track on this song.
No, for this song, I think I'll just leave the bass off because, you know, I want a more subtle feeling, and yeah, I think the bass might detract from that, so I'll just leave it off for this song.
All right.
Okay. Now we got the harmonies too, didn't we?
Oh yeah, the harmonies are on these channels right here.
Good. Keep those.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I think we just about got everything. We just about ready to mix this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now, there's one thing that we need on this track yet still.
Ah, yes. Betty Ann, the special lady.
sing along. You fill in empty pots for me. You play my song. You play along. I'm so glad when you're with me, a very special lady.
It's perfectly logical, Captain, that Ham should be talking with a self-made man, Stewart Brodian. Perfectly logical.
Hi there, rockin' fans. I am here with Stewart Brodian in the basement of the Dirt Club, and he is a self-made music man from Mountainside, and we're going to just talk to him a little bit right now. Just noticed your guitar. I mean, how could you help but notice this guitar? It's absolutely gorgeous. Did you have it made specially for yourself?
No, this is a regular production model from the Gibson Company. And I saw it once in an ad in the paper, and I just had to have it, that type of thing. Yeah, it's a good Gibson sound to play. Gibson's the best, they say.
A new release that you have coming out, Why Wait for Christmas? It's a really good title. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Actually, Why Wait for Christmas was released in August of 1985. It was inspired by the song We Are the World. I wrote the song just days after the single came out, because I was thinking at that time, what happens when all this Christmas interest dies down? Because like the help is obviously needed all year round. And I wrote the song. I wrote it in a matter of 20 minutes. And I thought it'd be like just a great idea to get all the notables from the local Jersey scene to show that even the little guy cares.
Why don't you tell us about some of the people that played on Why Wait for Christmas?
Some of the people contributing, Eddie Testa, who initiated the Jam 86 deal. Glenn Burtnick is on here. Let's see who else is on there. Some of the better-known names would include the Catholic Girls, the Whirling Dervishes. From the shore area, there was Mama Tried. A total of 14 bands in all, including myself.
And that's just a single, or is that a full album?
Just a single. The A-side features everybody on the A-side. For the B-side, I went to a different studio by myself, did a complete solo version of the same song.
Okay, you said you did a complete solo version of the same song. Tell us a little bit more about your music and how you record it, because that's very interesting and very unique.
When I go in the studio, I play all instruments, all background instruments, all vocals, everything. I never use... I've tried to use other people at one time. In fact, on Self-Made Man is where you have me having a few backing musicians. But it seems... I hate to say it seems faster, but that's the way it works out sometimes. The A-side for Why Wait for Christmas took a total of about 16 hours to record. My solo version, I went in, it was done in less than 3 hours. So I decided to adhere to nature's calling, just like I got the signal. Hey.
How you doing? Stewart Brodian here with another of the weekly record reviews. Today's artist is Pharaoh, and this is their brand new EP called First Strike. Pharaoh, as you can tell from the picture, is a sort of rock and roll glam band.
I want to welcome you all to the Doomsday Express. Are you ready? All
Welcome back to more of Yeah, 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 and your host, Gilbert Gottfried.
And now the new and different sounds of Stewart Brodian with State of Mind. Thinking of you, nothing at all to do, then I find I'm in a state of mind over you.
different kinds of love. Then I find I got myself lots of time, but I'm failing to find time. Care to step in line? Oh, help me to find a different kind of love. But it's really luck.
That was Stewart Brodian with State of Mind. Now back to the movie.
Thank you. We're sitting here with Stewart Brodian. How you doing, Stewart?
Doing fine. How you doing?
All right. I haven't seen you in a couple of years.
Well, yeah.
Last time you were on my cooking show, remember that?
I certainly do.
You made a cottage cheese omelet last time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Anyway, you got a record company, Mountain Records.
That's correct.
And we invited you here because you guys are really kicking up a lot of activity.
Yeah, there's quite a lot going on. We could just put out a new compilation cassette-only release. And this is the package. I don't know what the camera going to make on that. But it's called A Mountain of Music. It features 5 bands. Has the Gripweeds, London Underground, they're an old girl rock band, The View, Louie Louie and the Lost Hombres is on here, as well as the Trash Mavericks.
Well, that's pretty good. Do you want to give any of these away? Sure you do, right?
Yeah,
Don't we
why
want
not?
to give it away, right?
Hey.
All right, if you want to win this tape, the 5th caller, just call 661-2345. That's 661-2345 on Thursday night only, because I'll be here personally to take the call. To get a busy signal, keep calling back because we only have one line. Okay, great. So, and here's a really interesting picture. Stewart, now you're an artist in your own right.
Yes, I am.
Yes, and that's Stewart. Disappeared in East Coast Rocker recently, didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was to announce many good news about my company.
Mm-hmm.
One, of course, was the compilation. 2, the compilation hasn't picked up for distribution by a major distributor.
Mm-hmm. And who's that?
Important Records.
Important. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
And let's see what else I've been doing. I appeared on the USA Network.
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert Gottfried did a like a 60s sock hop type show. You know, the little bits interrupting the movie. So I was one of the musical guests.
Well, I really have to hand it to you. You just never gave up. I remember that. Just over the years, you just went at it, and you had these bumper stickers. And remember those bumper stickers? Stewart Brodian bumper stickers? I remember those. And you brought us today something very interesting for show and tell. You want to tell everybody about this?
This is a guitar manufactured by the Gretsch Company. It's a traveling Wilburys guitar. And this was made by Gretsch to, not commemorate, but, you know, to go along with the traveling Wilburys. It's unfortunate they can't have the Wilburys released right now due to Mr. Orbison's passing. But I phoned them up. They gave me some information. It's made in about 4 different styles, and total of about 2,500 units were ever built. And here's a picture. The camera can zoom in on that one.
It's George Harrison.
George Harrison from the Handle with Care video. Here he is playing one of these guitars. A friend of mine made this for me. He has one of those computer graphics printers. And
well, that was really interesting, Stu.
thank you.
Well, listen, I want to thank you very much for dropping by. It's nice to see you again.
You too.
Good luck with everything.
My pleasure.
And watch Club Calendar if you want to know where Stewart's playing or any of his bands on Mountain Records. And stay tuned because we're coming up with Misdemeanor. All right.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to taste any of this out there in the studio audience? No! Come on, let's go. Let's go, Grover, come on.
It's actually really good. You gotta let us put it all together. Wait, it's not done yet. It's not done yet.
All right, well, they'll just hang out and watch, okay.
Take the letter. You go like this. And they cook, too.
You know rock and roll in A?
Rock and roll in A.
Do a boogie in A. A boogie.
Did you say guacamole in A? Guacamole in A. And tomatoes.
1, 4, 5 thing, okay.
Put tomatoes on it.
Okay.
A few more chips.
That's the closest you get to rock and roll.
I'm going to Kansas City.
Okay, the first thing.
Kansas City, here I
I'll do the
I don't
outro.
know the words, so I'm just gonna cook.
This is for these girls.
Okay.
Crazy little
I put lettuce on my steak.
I'm gonna get me
All right, well, thanks a lot for being here at Rock and Roll Cooking. And again, if you want to contact Misdemeanor, you call or write
Right
to
out, P.O. Box 120-155, Staten Island, New York, 10312.
Okay, that's it. And watch Club Calendar for your upcoming date.
Come down.
Oh, will you look at this? Can we get an overhead shot of this? Look at this, dude.
Wait, we're not done.
Wow! Looks good. I love my phone book.
Wait!
Oh, there's more. Oh,
There's
there's
more. You gotta put sour
Oh,
cream
my God.
and
Look at this.
guacamole.
With Jacoby and Myers tonight. Jacoby, Myers, and Garfunkel. A new trio. Actually, we're usually the Trash Mavericks, and we thank Stewart for helping us out tonight. It's an old blues song. Well, poor boy stood there, started down the road, said poor boy stood and started down the road. Down this road as far as I can go. Yeah, that'll be the way to get along. Well, poor boy took all he had, started down the road. Took all he had and started down the road. Gonna find my fortune now, that much I know. Yeah, that'll be the way to get along. So I believe I ride, believe I go back home, believe I go back home, believe I ride, believe I go back home. Been down this road as far as I can go. Yeah, that'll be the way to get along. Hey! Well, poor boy took that girl for to be my wife, Said took that girl for to be my wife. Gonna be with me the rest of my natural life. Said that'll be the way to get along. Well, poor boy stood there, hung his head and cried, hung his head and cried. Said poor boy stood and hung his head and cried. Said, Lord have mercy, no, I really tried. Yeah, that'll be the way to get along. Said that'll be the way to get along. Said that'll be the way to get along. Thanks a lot. All right, Kevin, you got your guitar case to show him tonight? Kevin, to show you how much we play acoustic, Kevin didn't have a case for his guitar tonight, and it was raining, so he wrapped it up with a sweatshirt on the top and a garbage bag on the bottom.
And I won first prize.
It's cold to hang and Here I am with you.
Compact disc.
I'll do one more and then I'll split.
Oh, come on.
It's getting kind of late here. You know, you listen to the radio, you hear songs and parodies. Then the band Chicago redid their own tune, 25 or 6 to 4. Was that?
Yeah.
Well, I got something that beats them all. I took an old tune of mine and wrote brand new words for it.
All right.
I hate the compact discs. I think they are the pits. You push a little button, you want to hear a nut. I hate the compact discs. Now, friend, the other night I was in a bar somewhere out in New Brunswick, looking for a little girl to have some fun with. I said, let's check out this melody. She said, go to heck with me. I hate the compact discs. I'd rather watch 78. Yeah, push the next song. It plays it all wrong. I am the compact disc.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, good night.
Yeah. Woo. Good work. Encore. What the heck? Encore. Yeah.
Grab the flower, children gone.
Yeah.
Grab the flower, children gone. Living in the 60s, one peaceful and pretty. We never thought of Vietnam. Now we're in the 80s and life is heavy. Hold on. I've been singing this song for the last 8 years saying now we're in the 80s. Let me change that verse now this song. Now we're past the 80s and life is still getting crazy. Grab the flower, children gone. I don't trust people over 30. If you said they become 45, we need young ones to carry on. Kids are into punk rock, wearing clothes from a junk shop. Grab the flower, children gone.
TN and the New Jersey cable operators.
right, there. Our guest today is, I don't know how to describe Stewart Brodian. He does everything. He's a Renaissance man, to use a phrase that is attributed to very few in the industry. Now, Stewart, I know all about you. Of course, I've been, but are you the founder of Mountain Records? That's your own company?
Yes, it is.
And you are are you the president and vice president of the whole thing?
The president.
Now, besides recording yourself on Mountain, on your label, do you have any other artists?
Oh, yes, quite a few others. We recently put out a compilation cassette featuring bands called the Trash Mavericks, Louie Louie and the Lost Hombres, the Gripweeds, The View, and an all-girl band called London Underground.
Where is London Underground from?
They hail from Princeton.
Oh, I just wondered. I figured they were from Jersey, but I had to ask. Maybe your label was international as far as artists, and they were from London itself. We had the Trash Mavericks, didn't we?
We had the Mavericks. We had the Gripweeds.
We had the Gripweeds.
I think we might have had Louie Louie on a previous show, previous incarnation.
Stewart goes back with me, back to, I can't believe it was already 4 years. Back to Jersey City. Now, this was a great club called Escapades.
Mm-hmm.
We performed there together. And, but it says here on, you were recently on USA Network all night with Gilbert Gottfried. Did you get to meet him? And how was he to work with?
Real easy to work with.
Easy guy?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't all wound up? Of course, local viewers saw you recently on Rock and Roll Cooking. How'd you do on that show with Mercedes Walker?
Not too bad. I had a different guitar in the show, but...
Yeah, that's quite a guitar you have there. Well, you recently finished up where you held fort every Tuesday at T-Bird's Cafe in Asbury Park, which is another club I worked. And great guys there, too. That's a happening place, right on Main Street, right?
Uh-huh.
In Asbury Park.
Our paths keep crossing.
Yeah, well, and then you did the Wetlands Arbor Day benefit. What was that? What was that about?
It was it was like Earth Day, Earth Week that week. So the Gripweeds, Louie Louie and the Lost Hombres, and myself did an Arbor Day benefit there, and that was taped for Manhattan Cable Television.
And where was the money that was raised for that? What was the plan? What were you going to do with that money?
People in charge took care of it for benefit purposes.
Well, that's what I assumed, but what, did they put a tree anywhere? Can they? Are they going to do any? Okay.
More that.
So much benefits lately. We should be able to buy a whole new planet out of all the money that was raised. I'm not going to ridicule or make fun of it. I'm just trying to get out of this graciously now. And where else? Now you're going all over in May. You're going to be at the WRSU. What a station that is. I used to go there regularly. What are you doing there? It says you're going to be in New Brunswick, in Rutgers, New Brunswick. What's going on there on the radio station?
A live interview and performance on the radio station at 1 p.m. The DJ's name is Ed Wong.
Good.
And
then back in New York on this Saturday night. My goodness, right this Saturday night you're going to be at Bond Street Cafe in New York. That's in Soho?
Uh-huh.
Right between Broadway and Lafayette. And what's it? You go all over. Are you still playing at something different in Montclair?
Sure am.
And when are you there?
That's Friday night. It's May 11th.
You know, I just realized something. You don't have any time to do this show. How could you be here? You're somewhere I've heard of. Don't you worry about getting overbooked or oversaturated in the market, as they say?
Nah, I never get enough.
You're really something. That's great. I like to see that in a performer, you know. Because I played just about I played something different for a long time. When you go up and see, is it Nick or Pete the Greek?
Nick.
Nick, go say hi to. Yeah, Pete was one of Doc Prentice's old nicknames. Pete the Greek. Nick the Greek up at, and that's a nice place. He had a nice piano there and everything. Nice stage.
Mm-hmm.
How's business been there?
Well, I assume it's good. He's still open. No.
Good. Well, yeah, I mean good. Oh, all right. Well, listen, Stewart, what are we going to hear first? You just go on forever here. We could go on and on promoting where you're going to be, but now you're here on the Uncle Floyd Show, and we'll have to talk about that guitar a little bit later, but what would you like to do first?
I'd like to do a reprise of the song I did on Gilbert Gottfried's show. It's a song off my first album, Self-Made Man, and it's entitled State of Mind.
thinking of you. Nothing at all to do. Then I find I'm in a state of mind over you. And I find I got myself lots of time, all in time. I'll try not to lose my mind over you. Thinking of all the time we had, and we were sure glad. All we were thinking of, different kinds of and I find I got myself lots of time, but I'm failing to find time. Care to step in line? Help me to find a different kind of love. But it's really lucky, you know? Thank you.
You know, while you were singing, I was just seeing all different colors, and did you notice that at home, folks? Just standing up there, one mic, one guitar, one artist, but I saw shoes dancing in front of me and everything else. That was really quite effective. That aura, that presence. Before we take a break, because I want to ask you about that guitar before I forget.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to couldn't you get Alaska in there? I mean, that you're going to run into flack about like a little antenna sticking out and Hawaii. I mean, you know. Yeah, let's see that. That's beautiful. That is nice. And also someday when you retire, that would make a hell of a cutting board for somebody. No, tell us about that guitar. That is unique.
A lot of people ask me that I had this made up special, and the answer is no. The Gibson company made this as a production model for quite some time.
Oh, that's a Gibson?
Uh-huh.
My goodness.
And yeah, I'd seen it for quite a long time in ads, only as a poster, and then one day I saw it available for sale, so I just had to have it.
Well, where your thumb is right now is where New Jersey should be, a little bit in that vicinity, but it looks like it's just they didn't make the peninsula. You know, we are a peninsula like Florida here. What happened? I don't see that indentation where, you know, below in South Jersey where as we get towards Delaware, there's the Delaware, the bay, and it's where?
It's right over here. Well,
Oh, I see. Can you break that off so we can...
Oh, sure.
I want to see the Delmarva Peninsula as well. No, that's great. Is that a limited edition? And
I assume so. I haven't heard of them being made anymore.
I wonder if they made other countries like... well, Switzerland would be a one-string guitar if they made Switzerland.
Well, they have one for Russia, but it's a double neck. It's kind of heavy, isn't it?
If it's Russia, yeah, and as you're playing it, pieces fall off.
Really?
Well, anyway, that's great. I really admire. That's really nice. I know we have to take a break, Charlie. Right? We'll take a break, and we have Stewart Brodian here, a man who is like Charlie Frick said, a Renaissance man. You've done everything except your very own television show, I bet, right? Did you ever have your own TV show?
Almost.
Almost. And by the way, you're getting airplay in England, I understand.
Yes, that's true. One of the smaller inland, midland stations, rather, as they're called. I'm getting airplay, and if anybody wants to send either a record or a compact disc, no cassettes, to me in care of my record company, I can send them over to my connections over there, and they can work on getting airplay.
Why did you say no cassettes? I'm just curious. So many bands only have cassettes and things.
Well, I used to work in radio, and speaking as a DJ, it's very hard and very frustrating to set up cassettes to play over the air.
Oh, yeah.
It's either records or compact discs.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. You can't. Okay, we're going to give the address. So you're still looking for talent, unsigned artists to be part of your label, all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stewart. We'll be right back right after these important words. We're back? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I was reading a current issue of the East Coast Rocker, which is all about you, Stewart, and it says the secret behind the longevity of Stewart Brodian's underground success. Why is it underground? Why do they call it underground? I mean, that's what they said about me for years, or they use things like cult following. Why do they do that?
Well, you got three different levels of notoriety. You have the local hero, and at the top is the national or superstar, national star. In the middle...
Like Alice Cooper, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in the middle is the cult following. You know, you're above the local hero, but you're still not a household name.
Oh, well then where is underground and all that?
Well, that's another word for cult following.
Oh, okay, all right. And you're an underground success. The recent, it was made obvious while hanging out with you and Drama-Rama at City Gardens in Trenton. Did you work with the Drama-Rama?
No, we're just friends.
Oh, good. You know Chris Carter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For one thing, he gets his picture taken with music celebrities and industry contacts every chance he can get. He also, when it's permissible, graffitis the walls of clubs with his name. That's great.
Or bumper stickers.
And no, it's nice. I admire people like you. What are you doing, Charlie? Anyway.
That's good. I'll come back over the other way a little bit, Charlie.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
See, Charlie's doing his best to...
I get rid of Oogie, and I think Charlie Frick is Oogie grown up.
He's benefiting the rainforest.
I'm only following orders.
Plant trees, folks.
Is your head made out of wood? I got to find out later. And well, I asked you before about benefit. You know, I do benefits too. We're doing one to save the alligators, Gatorade, and I wonder if are you into all these benefits, or are you doing all these Earth Day things? And,
well, as I mentioned before, did the Arbor Day benefit, but
yeah.
Back in 1985, after We Are the World came out, I also organized a recording of a single called Why Wait for Christmas. And like We Are the World, it had contributions vocally and musically from members from the top bands here in New Jersey. Let's see if I can remember all of them. Eddie Testa, who organized the Jam 86 project, members from Zoo Music, the 000s.
Just a second. What are you, Charlie? What is the problem now? You're going around and about and all over the place here.
Pat's very busy today. We're very busy.
I'm sorry. There's no way to treat you, Stewart. You've been everywhere, and you've seen everything in the business already. You should be about ready to retire. I figured it out while you were playing. How many clubs and places you played and worked at? No, I don't want to get. I want to ask you this. This is what I want to ask you. Mm-hmm. When you were on USA Network, you were all over the country, and with Gilbert Gottfried, I mean, you can't really get much bigger than that. The exposure, I mean, what else is there? There's Carson and MTV, they're all, but that is tremendous. What resulted as of that appearance? What happened after?
Just a few more fan letters in my mailbox, basically.
That's it? No big...
Well, I haven't been booked in, like, out in New Jersey as of yet, but...
Well, do you book yourself?
Yes, I do. So far, the furthest away from New Jersey I've played is New York City and Philadelphia.
Hmm.
Well, and of course, all through the state.
Yeah, no, that's, no, I played some places further away than New Jersey. I was in Hightstown, New Jersey once. There's a town to work. No, you live in Hightstown now?
Yes,
you grew up around Route 22, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So how do you like it down that way? And now that you're in Central Jersey as opposed to North Jersey?
It's not as quite hustle-bustle as Union County, but it's nice, it's peaceful.
Yeah. How many songs did you write over your illustrious career here?
Oh, my goodness.
2 tracks?
No. There's a...
You have no idea. I ask a question. This is something most people would know, how many songs, but you have no idea. Seriously, you don't have...
I just keep on going. I just keep on doing it. I don't really bother to keep track.
Did you ever sell any of your songs to anybody?
No. I own all my songs. I haven't had them recorded by other artists, or at least not to my knowledge. Maybe somebody somewhere recorded a cover tune of one of my tunes.
Well, what era in music, what influenced you? Who are some of your musical heroes?
Actually, a realization came to me the other day behind my influences. I'm influenced a lot by my father. Who,
No, I mean, yeah, okay. I meant musically, artistically, yeah. Oh.
But he, in turn, was influenced heavily by Hank Williams. Hank Williams Sr., of course.
You are not the first rock musician to say the name of Hank Williams as a great influence.
Nobody else, little darling.
Do you do any of that? Do you do any country stuff? Any country western, as it was called?
Not in full length, yeah, but usually when I'm with friends at parties or something, I'll do a few bars of this and that. But my musical influences are quite diverse.
Oh, wait, did your dad play? Was your dad a guitar man? Or?
No, not really. He made an acetate with him and his buddies, like, back in 1942, before he went to World War II. And he did some, like, Hank Williams tunes, did songs like My Darling Clementine. What's the other one?
That would have been Ernest Tubb. Hank didn't start recording until 48, but you're in the I know what you mean. Yeah, Hank Williams recorded songs that were he was influenced by Jimmy Rogers. Mm-hmm. We go on for keep going, bringing up these names. But your dad made an acetate recording. What kind of? He had a string band, did he?
No, just him and his guitar and a couple of buddies.
Oh.
And I mean, getting to more modern influences. I mean, there's the modern rock, and then then a lot of '60s bands, a lot of '60s British bands, a lot of early '70s soul I'm into, because I remember as a child watching the Jackson 5 cartoon series.
Oh, I remember when they were the Jackson 3, way back.
And they used some modern methods, some modern.
I remember when they were Mr. and Mrs. Jackson. It was before the original group was Mr. and Mrs. Jackson. They worked in Baltimore. Anyway.
That's before me.
Yeah.
But some of the modern artists I like are like The Cure and Debbie Gibson and the B-52s. I even listen to classical and jazz on occasion, folk programs, and programs where they play the music similar to what I mentioned, like old-timey folky, like Hank Williams or Ernest Tubbs, etc.
Yeah, that's great. Good. Well, listen, I'm glad you popped by. We're going to hear another tune in a little while. I know I have to take a break, so will you just hang in there, and we'll take a break and be right back with Stewart Brodian. I'm going to plug some things where you're going to be appearing, so don't go away. Hold on to those seats. All right, we're back with you. Mr. Stewart, you're all, they called you the Stew Man before. You're all set up there. You going to do another number?
Sure am.
All right, here you go.
This one's a brand new one, just recorded.
And you wrote it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Been a rockin' and a rollin', doing it since way back when. Coming round the mountain, railroad going round the bend. Locomotive, steam, diesel taking off to who knows where. Sit, sing and play. Sit, sing and play. Rushing off the day. Sit, sing and play. Rock and roll takes it all away. Playing and a singing, having me a fine old time. Jukebox playing selections used to be a dime. Come along, everybody, sing along on this next line. Sit, sing and play. Sit, sing and play. Oh, baby, brushing off the day. Sit, sing and play. Rock and roll takes it all away. Sing and play, Sit, sing and play, brushing off the day. Sit right down and play. Rock and roll takes it all away. Sit, sing and play. Sit, sing and play. Brushing off the day. Sit, sing and play. Rock and roll takes it all away. Oh, rockin' and a cruisin', dressing up in wild style. Walking down the avenue, walk the old Miracle Mile. Meet up with a bunch of buddies, here we go again. Sit, sing and play. Sit, sing and play. Oh baby, brushing off the day. Sit right down and play. Rock and roll takes it all away. Oh, sit, sing and play. Sit, sing and play.
Nice.
Thank you.
Listen, I have to say something to the folks watching at home, and then maybe we'll. Oh, we don't have time for another number? You want to do another? Let me give a little thing about kicks, all right? And if you want to have a lot of fun. Now, I have been doing this show. I've been on the cable here in Jersey now for 17 years. This Sunday and every Sunday, that is. All right, Stewart, where are you going to be now? All over the place again? You're still at something different?
Let's see, something different, Friday, May 11th at 9 p.m. All acoustic show with 4 other acts from my label who are also doing acoustic. Saturday, May 12th, 1 p.m., WRSU FM, New Brunswick, interview and performance. Also on Saturday at 11 p.m., Bond Street Cafe, 6 Bond Street, New York City.
How do you do what you do to me? I'm feeling blue. Point the microphone at me. How do you do?
The record is a good thing. Yeah, listen to your record.
Thank you. Okay.
Mr. Brodian,
Yes, sir.
you going to donate some of the proceeds if we sell you a lot of records to the Parkinson Disease Association?
I'll answer for it.
What set the mood for your revival of this 1942 song?
Well, being that I am the child of a World War II veteran, and I was quite astonished about the way this is a multinational effort, much like it was towards the end of World War II.
Are you getting much airplay?
Yes, quite a bit.
Well, after today, I hope you become into the top 40, right, Ava?
Well, he's already promised to help us, hasn't he?
Really. Stewart Brodian, ladies and gentlemen, I'll say it again. I know that the Eddie Cantor fans are very excited about this song that Eddie sang in a show called Banjo-Wise, and on his radio show, Stewart has revived in 1990. We did it before, and we can do it again, and here is a touch, a sample. I hope it really catches on. I hope we don't have to do it again, but I think it's a fabulous idea.
What an uplifting song for Parkinson.
Really? We're going to lick it, right?
Sure,
It's like an uplifting song to fight.
I'll make the announcement right here. Any profits I receive, I'll donate to Parkinson's research.
Oh.
Right.
Okay. Wow.
You're going to give Howard Stern back his haircut after the show?
Too pretty.
Someday we've got to analyze World War I and World War II songs. In World War I, before the war, there was a song called I Didn't Raise My Boy to Be a Soldier. Then when the war broke out, everybody was singing, it's time for every boy to be a soldier. So, a little bit cynical, right? A little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I want the same panel to watch.
When I'm without you, I am thinking of you. All I wanna do to think about you. In another place of time and space, all over the place, I see your face. All alone and blue, I am thinking of you. All I wanna do is to think about you. He's a man who knows it all, but he's not seen it all. He sits in his room and reads all his books all day long. All alone and blue, baby, you, I am thinking of you. All I wanna do, thinking of you. He's a man who knows it all, but he's not seen it all. He sits in his room and reads all his books all day long.